The day couldn't have started any better for the hosts, really. They've claimed their 15th gold medal, which equals Atlanta in 1996. If they were to grab one more, it would be their best medal haul in over 120 years. This time, it was in the volleyball. They downed European champions Poland 3-0 in a dominant performance. The atmosphere at the Paris Sud Arena really was electric. Everyone was getting behind the French. And the French haven't lost a single set in either the semi-final or the final. In fact, in the quarterfinals, they were 2 sets down. It looked like they were going to go out. Since then, they won 9 sets in a row. It just goes to show how dominant they've been in the latter stages of this tournament. It's actually a second consecutive gold for the men in volleyball. They won back in Tokyo. They've made that 2 in a row here. They were led today by Jean Patry, who was particularly impressive. 17 points, along with the team's sensational service game that led to 8 aces in total for them. So 15th gold for French. For France, they'll be hoping for a 16th somewhere to beat that Atlanta record.
All right, and there was the volleyball final, but the men are in the basketball final tonight as well.
Yeah, well, talking about a chance for another gold, they have a chance in the basketball final. It's their second consecutive final. They got silver in 2021. They lost out to the United States there. There's good news and bad news for France. The good news is that if you look at their roster, it's considerably stronger than them. They've added Victor Wembanyama, the Rookie of the Year, who is NBA superstar. The bad news is the United States are also considerably stronger than then. Since 2021, to their starting 5, they've added LeBron James, Steph Curry and Joel Embiid, 3 of the league's best players, to go along with Kevin Durant. They've been called the Dream Team. They've been called the Avengers. So to say France have their work cut out would be a little bit of an understatement. And the only glimmer of hope, maybe, for France is that the US did struggle to get past Serbia in the semi-finals. They nearly went out. They were down by as many as 13 points. But look, as a French fan, if you're watching, I wouldn't get my hopes up too much, but if they do pull up one of the upsets of all upsets, would be France's first ever basketball gold. To put it into context, the US men have won 16 of 19 Olympic golds, so France have their work cut out tonight for sure.
And what about the Stade de France tonight? What can we expect?
Yeah, it's the last night of athletics at the Stade de France. Some big finals, as always. There's the men's 5,000 metre final. There's potential for absolute chaos there because there's 22 runners in the final. Normally, there's 16 collisions in the heat, saw 6 runners reinstated into the finals, which is why it's going to be 22. The 5,000 metres is always a very packed field and potential for chaos, and that certainly is the case tonight. One name to look out for is Jacob Ingebrigtsen. He's the massive favourite to defend his title that he won in Tokyo, but he was also the favourite for the 1,500 metres and he finished 4th, so you never know. On the women's side, there's the 1,500 metre final. Faith Kipyegon of Kenya is very much the woman to beat. The last time she didn't win the event was in London in 2012, so she's been so dominant in the race, so it's hard to look past her. If you were to look past her, Diribe Watelji of Ethiopia and Jessica Hull of Australia, maybe contenders, also outside contenders, Nikki Hiltz of the United States and Laura Muir of GB.